Let's go over the last example for the string trim procedure. The string trim procedure, they will remove all the occurrences of a selected. So be careful, we only have one character we will remove. So this character actually is at the end. So it's only for all the occurrences of a selected trailing character from a no-terminate string. So that's why here, when you're using the string trim procedure, addition to you need to pass your byte array, you also need to give them the character. That character needs to be removed, and also only remove if they are at the end. So for example, here I have my string. I have hello, and at the end we have 3 pound sign. So then in order to remove the hashtag, so that's why you invoke the string trim. Again, you give them the addr my string. So then you see here, you specify that's the character you need to remove. So of course, because this hashtag is at the end, so afterward you will become hello only. So that's why we need to be careful. The string trim is not for any location. So this string trim is only for the target character. If they are at the end, we remove that. But if this is not at the end, we just do nothing. So in order to help you to understand all the situation possibly happen in the string trim procedure, we see in detail. So this string trim procedure actually check a number of possible cases. So we just using the example, we still want to remove the hashtag. So the first thing, if the string is empty, should we do anything? No, we do nothing. So if the string only contain no trailing character, that means you don't have hashtag at the end. You only have hello or H. Do I need to do anything? No. So this string only contain one character, and this character is really the trailing character. Hashtag. Should I do anything? Yes, because this one actually is the at the end. So that's why if you only have the hashtag, you need to remove that. So then after you remove this hashtag, so then your string become an empty string. Okay, continue. If the string contain one or more trailing character followed by more or one non-trailing character, that's on the other hand, that means the hashtag actually at the beginning or in the middle. Do I need to do anything? No. Right. Okay, so how should we do this example? So actually, right. So supposedly we only care is what? We only care actually start from the end. So we only care when we have this hashtag, they are happen at the end. So instead of we start from the beginning to the string, we should start from the end. So then we're coming back. If we see the hashtag, oh, I continue to go. Then until I find the non-match one, I will replace the following character with the 0. For example, you see here, if we have the hello 3 hashtag. So actually, what should we do? We don't start from beginning, we should start from at the end. So if I see this one is the letter we're looking for, good, I continue. Otherwise, I just stop. So then when I continue until I reach not, right? So then after this not, I need to add the no character after the O. Then I remove the hashtag. I remove the desired selected tail character. Sounds good, right? Good. So now we know actually when we have our loop, we should, first thing we need to find where is the at the end. So we start from this location, we go backward. And so when we go backward, so we need to decrement our ESI. So then if we have the match one, so we can have this, the target character we save in AL. So if they are the same, I just continue to moving forward. Okay, sounds good, right? So let's continue to see how should we implement. Okay, so and here, and that's all the case we talk about. You can see if you only have a hashtag, you should become the empty string. Otherwise, you see they don't change at all. So that's why here is our string tree implementation. So we do have our two parameters. So that's our string and the character we want to remove. So the first one, right? So here actually they say they use the EDI. EDI, ESI doesn't matter. But here because we consider they are the updated one, usually we will update them. So we use the EDI. So right, so then we have our string location to the EDI. Right, like earlier we said, right, we need to find the end of the string. So that's why I just call the string length. So then after string length, remember we will have the length of the string in EAX, right? Good. If they are empty string, then we just finish. So L2 actually just quit. So couple example we need to quit. So the first one, actually, if you are empty string, I just quit. Otherwise, right, the length is important. The length not only have our the length is our ECX, how many times we need to go back. But also this length is also how should we start with my location. So that's why here, even my length is 7, but I need to decrement by 1. So that's why when I add to my EDI, so this one is my start location. So now my EDI point to the end of the last character, the last character. Okay, so then here we have AL is the character we are looking for. Okay, so then here actually the most important thing is here how we will compare. And this one, when we compare, actually we can use the repeat now. Because when we repeat to do that, if they are equal, right, so then I just can continue. Because remember earlier we said, when I start from this one, if they are the same, I continue to move. Otherwise, I finish. So that's why we can do the repeat E. And we have AL and the EDI, so then we can do the scan. So that's why here we do the scan SB. If that, we repeat to do that. Okay, but one thing is here we need to set our direction flag because we need to do the backward. So then here we just need to repeat, right? So if they are repeat, remember we say repeat, we have two situations, we will finish our repeat. If they are always the same, then that means we finish. Okay. So that's focus on this one. We need to be careful. Like we say, when you do repeat E, you have two situations you finish. The first situation we say if not equal. Yeah, it's possible is when we compare, when they're not equal, we finish, right? So we focus on this one. We see how should we handle that. If they are not equal, it's like this one. You have your pound sign. I compare. Right, they are equal. So I go to the next one. They are equal. So then I compare. Oh, not equal. So I finish my repeat, right? But after I finish my repeat, where's the EDI is? The EDI point to O. No, the EDI point to L. Because remember, when you compare, your EDI equal to O. So they are not equal, so I not repeat, right? So it's not 0, so then I'll repeat E finish. But remember, every time we say, when you do the repeat, afterward, they will automatically decrement or increment your EDI, ESI. So that's why when they match to find all not equal to the pound sign, they will finish the repeat E, but also they decrement the EDI. So actually EDI pointing to L. Is that right? If the EDI pointing to L, where should I add my no character? Okay, let me point. So here, did you see my arrow? Oh, so my arrow actually is not very clear, but they are the right L before the O. But right, so now your EDI is the right L before the O, right? But when we need to train that, we need to make our no character is after the O. So then you tell me if this L is EDI, so how should I make my 0? Yeah, so that's better. You see here, EDI is the right L, but your 0 need to be after your O, right? So actually here, the location I want to add the no character actually is EDI plus 2. You check is that right? Right. So that's why here we go back to this one. So when I finish the repeat E, but I finish is because they are not matched. So I'm not equal. I jump, right? So when I jump, right, I come to the L1. So that's why I have to add my no character. But this no character, you need to be very careful. They are EDI plus 2. Okay, because repeat, they decrement automatically after your scan SB. So that's right. So that's why here, after you not equal, you jump to L1. So that we do, right? Good. So the reason why we need to have this jump, that's because here, if they are not equal, I need to increment by 2 for EDI to add this no character. But remember, our repeat, we have another situation is what? We finish because the ECX finish. So this example is this one. Okay, the pound sign only. So when you have pound sign, they are equal, right? Good, so they are equal. So then after I finish, but ECX down. So then after I down, actually my EDI is only before my pound sign. Okay, so let me borrow this EDI. Okay, so actually the second situation, the EDI is this one. They are just before the pound sign because you finish with your ECX equal to 0. So the repeat finish. Okay, so that's why here you just your EDI just right before the pound sign. So that's why here, if just right before the pound sign, I need to make the empty string, right? So where's my no character need to add? So if for this situation, you see my no character actually is here. They are override my, yeah, so that's how you can see the number. So actually if your EDI, if you finish your loop because ECX is done, so then actual EDI only need to add by 1 because the no character is here. The EDI is just right before the pound sign. So that's why here, because this, I hope you can see that, okay? So because this situation, if I finish with not 0, I add 2. But if I finish, it's because what? If the loop finish, so that's because they are all the same, but they finish with ECX equal to 0. But EDI actually, if I plus 1, if I plus 2 is wrong. So that's why here they decrement the EDI by 1. Just make sure when I add the no character, they will be correct. Okay. This example a little complicated. You really need to go over to see all the cases we have. So look at this one. Okay, so you see how the pointer, how the EDI move. So that's why here, this case we only can train the trailing character. Now only for these cases. So that's our string procedure example.